Let's get the snow on the road. Let's get the show on the road snow. Good evening, good greetings, hello, and welcome, salutations. What the fuck was that? I'm TychoCelchuuu, and we're watching Coloniferma in the winter, the deep depths of the winter, except no blizzards, because Relic took those out, because they're terrible. Just like I predicted before the game came out. I'm patting myself on the back, because that's good for stretching your arms, and we're watching the game between Stupendous Man, good OKW player, versus Burmy, good American player. And that's all the information you need to know. In fact, that's more information than you need to know. And we're good to go. I'm simultaneously streaming this on twitch.tv/TychoCelchuuu, so go check that out if you're watching me on YouTube right now. The link is in the video description. You're missing out on what is called the Wine Cam trademark, and I believe I'm going to use the Wine Cam for the first time tonight. Thank you for everybody who's been joining me so far, because it's time. It's wine time. Trademark. Also, Burmy has picked a doctrine already, so let's look at these before they're picked. Oh, wow. So we have Overwatch Doctrine, not super common. And Scavenge Doctrine, not as common anymore. And then Elite Armor Doctrine, kind of a cool thing. So it's wine time. Wine Cam. You can see the wine is being removed from its place in front of the camera. Uncorking it. And let's consume some wine. It is a Black Mountain 2016 Zinfandel from California. Verdict. Good wine. I approve of the wine, and the wine returns to Wine Cam notably diminished. So here we are back at command headquarters, because I hit the wrong button on my mouse. I have a relatively new mouse. My old mouse broke. I may have told the story of the new mouse in a video. Maybe I haven't. I don't know. Anyways, I used to have a G5 or something, Logitech G5. Anyways, they don't make those anymore. Now I have a G502, which looks like a piece of shit. It looks like gamer bullshit, and I don't like the design at all. But it's a very good mouse aside from that. I very much like the button placement and the scroll wheel. And so on and so forth. Stormtiger Gaddafi says, oh my god, we have similar fingers, because he has seen my fingers on Wine Cam. Available now on twitch.tv, trademark, TychoCelchuuu 2018. We should watch this fight down here for a moment, and then back here. Volley fire active. Alright, here we go. This is heating up. This is, we got a fight on our hands here. These guys are going to town on the riflemen, but now they're suppressed. Will they get any more cool bursts off? Will they wipe the riflemen? Nope. Nope. And volley fire does its job. That was a clutch volley fire. Without it, that would have been much bad news for the riflemen. Although maybe without it, the riflemen wouldn't have stuck around. They wouldn't have gotten themselves into such a pickle in the first place. These are the sorts of quandaries that exist in the game of Company Heroes 2. And here's an M1 mortar. Everybody loves it. The mouse is huge, says Jibber Jabber. Yeah, I guess it's a largish mouse. I like big mice. And I cannot lie. All the other brothers can't deny. When a mouse walks in with a... Can't really finish that. Don't know where I'm going. Yeah, I guess I like big mice. Fucking deal with it. I don't think it's huge. It's not tiny. Like, it wouldn't fit up my ass. Just a bunch of folk screen ears from the OKW. It's kind of comforting in a way. Oh boy. Rifleman caught riding dirty. They just lose a model immediately from some motherfucker just firing a stray shot at them. Don't lay mines when you'll get shot. Never ever do it. What is happening? Grenade? Over here? No, I don't know what's happening. There's the grenade. That makes more sense. Makes a lot more sense. I think I lost viewers when I drank wine, so via cause and effect. I don't know exactly what that relationship is, but I'll keep that in mind. Ooh, did the mortar kill anybody? Man, it's falling directly on these people and not doing anything. Now it did something! Now it really did something! Wow, 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 wow. That's a squad wipe. pretty early in the game too, so that's German is not going to be happy. Not happy at all. Pretty bad news. That's Bad News Bears. That's Bad News Bears starring Billy Bob Thornton. Who did the old Bad News Bears star? What's that guy's Walter Matthau, maybe? I don't know. Somebody in Twitch chat tell me if the original Bad News Bears starred Walter Matthau, or if I'm pulling that out of my ass that my mouse won't fit in. If that squad had gone down, that's when Stupendous Man just Alt F4s, because no coming back from that. Anyways, we have a Captain Quick Tech. What's the teching look like for the Germans? It's this battle group headquarters forward, so that they can heal up, out, and reinforce up, out in the world. And Captain Quick Tech is the hot shit lately for the Americans, so no surprise there. Maybe gonna see a Stuart. I should really be watching the fights more closely. Yeah, maybe gonna see a Stuart popping out ASAP. That stands for as soon as platypus. Because the platypus was a relatively early arrival on the evolutionary time scale, so as soon as platypus means soon. Stupendous Man, aka the Pugnacious Penguin. Alright, I'll take your word for that. Sturm Tiger Gaddafi in Twitch chat. How far are we from a Stuart? 7 fuel. Wow, I actually caught a stream, says Nick RZ. Yeah, you caught the tail end of the stream. This is probably the last game for tonight. But you did catch a stream. And we have a pretty good game shaping up for us. Some grenade going in. The German player did lose that Fox squad early on to the mortar barrage, but aside from that, the map control is looking not so bad for the Germans. And they're definitely bleeding some manpower off the United States with great aplomb. This is a terrible retreat path, which we saw earlier. I think Paul avoided this terrible retreat path earlier in a match earlier today. I just said earlier like 18 times, just FYI. And almost got that. Oh, the squad is down, so now they're both even. Both players have lost the squad. And yeah, so in the future, if you're right here and you want to retreat, soft retreat down to here, then hard retreat, and you won't lose your squad the way that this just happened. So that's your Tycho tip for today. Please insert 25 cents for next Tycho tip. Just shove it in your computer. Anywhere it goes. If you're listening on a phone, too bad. My YouTube stats say that a fair amount of people watch this on mobile devices, so you don't have to pay 25 cents for your next Tycho tip. Kelton MacLeod says COD is better. Call of Duty is better, or are we talking about the fish, like cod fish? Either way, I 100% agree. After this is done, I'm quitting Company Heroes 2 forever and only playing Modern Warfare 2. CoH vs COD, just kidding, the fish. Gotcha. I don't have opinions about fish. I don't know if I've ever eaten cod in my life. Man, Tractor having a bad day. This guy having a worse day. But really, can you compare the experiences of a man and a tractor? They're kind of incommensurable. Sturm Tiger Gaddafi linked a YouTube video and says that equals Tycho moment. I don't want to click that YouTube link right now, so other people will have to chance it. Keep in mind, this is Sturm Tiger Gaddafi, so be very careful. And Von Ivan says, Tycho, hey, it's Von Ivan. What is up? How is it hanging? Have you ever played Rainbow Six Siege? Says Kelton MacLeod. I played it in the open beta, and I was very bad at it. And I was like, I don't want to spend $60 on this game. And the end. Von Ivan is now hosting you. Thank you, Von Ivan. I don't think I got any viewers from that, but it's the thought that counts. So, welcome to the wine cam, Von Ivan. Trademark. I really should be talking about the game, but I feel like the only thing to say about the game so far is that the American player keeps getting pushed off in these engagements, but that's okay, because they have a lot of riflemen to send out onto the map and cap some stuff. Sturm Tiger Gaddafi, what the fuck, when did I post a dangerous link? Everything with you is dangerous. We're always, your name is Sturm Tiger Gaddafi. I mean, like, That's a dangerous name. That's a dangerous name. Kelton MacLeod, oh, it's so much fun. So if anyone remembers Rogers, the Company Heroes 2 shoutcaster, he's into Rainbow Six Siege, I think. Sometimes he streams himself playing it, or at least he used to. I used to watch that every once in a while. Yeah, America's taken a lot of manpower losses on these things, but still somehow at 600. Why do we not have a Steward? Why is the American not buying anything? Why have we not taken to a major? What's happening? What's happening? Why is the German player not taking either? When are we gonna get a truck? What is my life? Or what is life? It's like that George Harrison song. What is life? What is my life? One of those two. Very good song. Tell me what is my life without you? Something. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I can't sing as well as George Harrison. Von Ivan making a joke about knuckle tattoos in Twitch chat that would take too long to read for viewers, so... Oh boy, we have a rear echelon squad built. Why are we building a rear echelon squad right now? People, to take your bets now why we just built a rear echelon squad. Good golly, Miss Molly. Infiltration grenades. What is that choice? What is that choice? Oh, it's for a fuel cache. I mean, you don't need a new one for a fuel cache. These guys could have fucking built it. They're right there. So that's... Okay, no longer floating. Okay, I gotta admit, no longer floating. Upgrading to a major and building a fuel cache, that'll take care of those resources you were floating. And the Germans, meanwhile, took to tier 4. So I complained and the players heard me. They listened to me. That's so endearing. Jibber jabber jabber. Too bad you missed my meme game against Molo. It's okay, I'll be posted on my YouTube channel later. Everybody can go watch it. If you're watching on YouTube, you've probably already seen it, because chances are you're watching all my games, or maybe you're not. Oh, we're so done. Alright. Sometimes I wonder, once you get out tier 4, maybe you should not build Obersoldaten first. Maybe you should hold out and build a vehicle first so you can surprise the opponent. It's like, oh, I didn't know you had tier 4. And now suddenly there's a Panzer 4. I was briefly dropping into like fucking Von Ivan voice there. Yeah, so some sort of surprise, rather than just like, oh, Obersoldaten, I guess you have a slightly more powerful infantry squad. That tells me you've teched to tier 4, and now I gotta be careful walking around the map, because if I walk into tier 4, I'm gonna get instant suppressed and gibbed. Why give your opponent that sort of intel, you know? It's my theory. Red cover is not the place where rear echelon thrive. We see this as they lose 2. Their natural habitat is anywhere but that. How many kills on the mortar? 8. When did that happen? Yikes. I guess we did see like 3 kills as soon as it existed. Man, 2 rear echelon squads. I guess, you know, it's for map control for the same sorts of reasons J for Jet builds 2 rear echelon squads, but he does it at the beginning of the game, not like 10 minutes in. We need to displace. Sometimes when I repeat the voices that the units make, I wonder if I sound insane, because like you can't hear them. So it's like Tycho's just saying, "Venient displace," and it's like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Oh boy, don't be in red cover. We've learned how this goes. Well, there was a very limited shelf life on those rear echelon squads. Okay, and the major is out. Oh, look, it's a forward retreat point with an ambulance. We don't see this very often. And when we do, it's always here, like 100% of the time. Like, I don't care what map you're playing as. It only ever shows up at Colony Firma when you're playing on the right-hand side, and you want to reinforce right at this fucking point. Who's gonna win? Bars in the building or Obersoldaten not in the building? I think Bars in the building for sure win, especially with that 2 and a mortar backing him up. But the mortar is cheating. 100% cheating. What are these guys doing? They're just hanging out. So this is an interesting idea. It's just, I know my opponent's gonna probe here every once in a while. Maybe guessing tier 4 somewhere over here. Do you think the American player suspects tier 4 is over here? Because the main places it would be are here, here, and then base. And you don't want to walk an infantry squad into it, because basically then you just have to retreat. So I guess the American player could be being cautious here instead of capping this point, because it is very tempting to just go cap this point, or even try and go cap this point. Like, this fuel is super tempting, but instead the American player is playing it cool, hanging out behind that green cover with the bars, and just getting ready. So maybe that's in part because he's worried about running into tier 4. Here's a grenade. Okay, there's another grenade somewhere on the map.
Krauts have cut our supply line. Frontline units are being hung out to dry.
I don't know where. I don't know where at all. Okay, we have a Sherman coming out, so it was not a Stuart. Why? The captain turned out to be not at all important. Also died, right? Yeah, no, I remember the captain dying. Sorry. I shouldn't have said that quizzically. Like, died? No, the captain fucking died right here. I remember that. Good times. Good times. I remember it like it was yesterday. Damn, this is an infantry-heavy game, says Board Summer. Agreed, except Sherman is here. In the clear, 5x5, ready to jive, going for broke, and I got some smoke, ready to fight in the day or the night, and it's got HE shells loaded, so it's an infantry heavy game, and the HE shells are for shooting infantry. Here we go, here's the Sherman reveal. How does the German react? Good effect on target. Boom.
Self-propelled howitzer on station and ready for action.
Oh Jesus, the squad is dead. Right? Right? Oh, no, nice soft retreat. That probably saved him. These guys weren't able to chase. Well, they totally could have chased. Who the fuck cares about rear echelon? You should have chased. Oh no. Oh no. Is the German player microing? No, German player is looking somewhere else, probably for good reason, and that maybe saved this rifle squad. Whew, that was a scary situation. Very strange, very bizarre, but worked out well for the American, as well as you can hope. So what's the Germans' next teching move? What do you think? Yeah, I take it back. It's Panzer IV. We already know. The die has been cast. This is a scary place for these bars to be. Yeah, get the fuck out. Especially because your retreat path goes over some red cover, so you want to hit that retreat earlier rather than later. Oh man, they get out with one person. That was so close. Imagine, that was really close to losing a Vet 2 bar rifleman squad that's almost Vet 3. Think about that. Think about that for a moment. Just ponder it. Put that in your brain. Bounce it around a bit. Put it on the tumble dry cycle. Did a mine just go off? I don't know. Oh, maybe a mine did go off right here. Maybe a squad died? Don't think so. Where'd the Sherman go? There it is. Killed an Obersoldaten, so that's good news. What did I tell you to bounce around in your head? Oh yeah, the squad almost dying. Okay, if you're done with that, you can stop. Nice grenade dodge. Of course, that means they're out of cover, so... And that tree is not cover? Is that tree really not cover?
M7B1 Priest, ready for action.
Yeah, that tree's not cover. Strange. Did he... Jesus, he called in a fucking priest. I was not expecting that. That's an interesting choice. Having run up against that machine gun, the priest is a perfect choice, like, right the fuck now. And also there's an infantry support gun, so the first barrage is going to be fucking killer. I don't know if max range is the way to do it, but okay. I think it just fell. I think the first shell just fell here. Oh! Okay. But, yeah, after that, I don't know if the priest is going to be the pick. Oh, Jesus! Jesus, this priest is a motherfucking hero! This is, the fucking warrior priest, a priest of Sigmar or something from Warhammer. Because, Jesus... Board Summer, are you still active on something awful? I remember seeing you post a while back. Yes. Here's a Panzer IV, here's a Sherman. The forward retreat point is, like, give the fuck up because I guess the tank is here. I don't know. Don't want to lose the ambulance. Jesus. Priest, 7 kills, 2 squads down. Drakasach said, Priest was annoying as you're about to see. So, Drakasach, are you Stupendous Man? You must be. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day. Kenny Doda says RNG cannon, LOL. Well, that's the beauty of Company Heroes. I'm not a huge fan of RNG in games, and I'm not a huge fan of RNG in Company Heroes, but, you know, I understand it's the character of the game. What the fuck? Did this Sherman just poop out some... What did it just poop out? It pooped out a car. Very strange. Yeah, CoH is Stupendous Man. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know why I said that makes sense. It makes about as much sense as anything else, but that's good to know. Stupendous Man is CoH, who I'm sure you've heard referred to in many of my previous casts because he's always in Twitch chat. Yeah, I feel like the random bullshit in Company Heroes is part of the character of the game. It'd be a really different game without that stuff, and I'm not sure you could have Company Heroes without all the randomness, so, you know, live and learn. Some of the randomness is just worthless, like vehicles getting decrewed, that should not be in the game, but artillery shells falling, I think that's life. Doesn't the priest have really low cooldown, Nick RZ? You can keep firing it non-stop at Vet 3, right? Well, I mean, it's firing right now. It's not killing anybody, but it's firing. Minus 30% ability recharge time is at Vet 2, so you don't need Vet 3 for the cooldown. Yeah, Kenny Dodo wasn't really complaining, he was unavoidable. Yeah, I didn't mean to make it sound like you were complaining, it's just worth talking about, because I gotta be shooting my mouth off 24/7. Yeah, the priest does seem to cool down pretty fast. It looks like it recharges in less than a minute. No, it recharges in more than a minute. If this is 25 seconds left, it's like 100 seconds. I don't know.
300 points remaining.
These bars are starting to do some work. This Panzer IV has not been put to great use. I mean, actually, now that I think about it, the Panzer IV, the German does have a lot to answer for not putting this Panzer IV to more use. CoH, why have you not been putting this Panzer IV to more use? I guess AT grenades on the rifles are really annoying, but aside from that, what can hurt you? You're worried about AT guns, but you haven't seen a lieutenant, so why worry about AT guns? I guess it's got 8 kills, that's not bad. The Sherman's only got 6, so... What is that? Is the priest? Yeah, the priest is firing again. Yeah, it is nuts. Still not killing anybody. Oh, it just killed somebody. Where is it firing? It's firing here. I think it killed a medic. So that doesn't count. No, it killed one of these guys. They're very spread out. I've seen a captain. In fact, I already killed him. Oh, the captain is the AT gun guy. I take it back. Yeah, the captain was the first squad he killed.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
45 seconds. So it is a 90-second cooldown. I don't know. I guess that's fast. The Germans cut off our supply lines. Alright, still anybody's game. US is hurting VP-wise, but aside from that, the priest is kind of cool. All these infantry have a lot of vet and bars, which kind of start to outmatch the Volksgrenadiers even when they've got vet. And STGs. What the hell is happening there? What was this? This thing is fucking possessed by a ghost, by a demon. You saw that, right? I'm not going insane? Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus. Good lord. Now there's a new captain for, I guess, a little bit of AT versus the Panzer IV, and we have an M10 being built. Interesting. Or an M18, or whatever the fuck it is. M36. Jesus. There is such thing as an M18. Did they really just double, if M18 times 2 is M36, is that how they got M36? Where did these numbers come from? They certainly didn't make 36 variants of tank destroyers, right? What is happening? Maybe they did. Maybe they had a bunch of, nice booby trap. Major almost bites it. I guess they go, in R&D they make a lot of, like, real quick, variants that don't work out, I think. I'm pulling stuff out of my ass right now. CoH. An M36 is an M10 with 90mm gun, if I recall. Yeah, I just want to know why it's called M36. Like, why not M35? Was there an M35? What was that? Did it have, like, a silly string cannon or something? Oh boy, this Major is not in a good place. In fact, I feel safe in saying he's in a bad place. Yeah, he's dead. Look at these tire tracks, or tread tracks. They're nice and smooth. I like them. I like them. And I like the new ones the Panzer IV just made too. Sort of right in and then out. And where is that Panther coming from? Surprise. So now we have a tank destroyer versus a Panther. That's a matchup for the ages. This game is getting pretty late tiered. We're 25 minutes in and both players are pumping out some high tier units. And an M5 mine just got completed by the riflemen because they can do that with this doctrine. I don't know about sitting in red cover, but that's a choice we all have to make for ourselves. The Sherman using its HE rounds to gib some Fox Grenadiers. Oh boy. Here's the German flank coming in. There's the tank destroyer. Interesting that they're not focusing the tank destroyer. That's something you could probably for sure kill. But the Sherman's dead, and it is a more high value target, so German very happy with that. Pays for, or gets the Sherman, pays for it with nothing. Barely even takes damage too. The United States player caught with their pants down, so wonderful play there by CoH, aka Stupendous Man. Priest is firing. What the fuck just happened here? Was that an M36 shot from across the yard? Because, yeah, it must have been. Fucking engine damage was bullshit right there, if you ask me. Panther is coming to protect its friend, but it's gonna get AT grenaded. No, it isn't. Take back everything I said. I'm a liar. I prostrate myself before the internet. Can the Jaeger Light Infantry hold off the rear echelon? I'm gonna go with a yes. And the rear echelon to go with yes too, because they get the fuck out of there. Unit snipe, what is going on? Where's the sniper? Oh no. The Jaeger Light Infantry sniper people. I was like, what's happening? Panzer IV got naded, bro. Really? At that range? I guess as long as they start the nade before it pulls out of range, it totally counts. Oh no, don't show your rear armor. They're named after the year they were built. M1 Grand was made in 180, M36 and 36AD, etc. Says Nick Garcia. Good point. Oh no. The territory point, the control point, the whatever is getting shot. Please don't revert, or don't show your butt like this. Please turn around. Whatever. Okay, finally the Jaeger Light Infantry getting dealt with by people who they pick on someone their own size. The 2-bar rifle squads. What do you mean range? There's a Vet 3 squad capping B free Bragg. Oh really? There's a Vet 3 squad here? Or do you mean Vet 3 squad here? Because it totally got fucking shot right here. The wine is maybe interfering somewhat with my mental acuity. Bars are good. Gonna go out on a limb and say that. Bars are good. But they also give your opponent a lot of vet, I guess. What's happening over here? Ooh, Panzer IV just... those were riflemen, I think. Yeah, they must have been. That's good news. Panzer IV was in the range of the rifles, but pulled away, but your cam was at... Yeah, I mean, that's what I meant. Like, I understand what happened now. Like, as long as you're in range. When the skill starts, you're in range. When the skill ends, no matter how far away you are. Because that's how it works in real life. Okay, very brave M36 here. Missing a shot, kind of unfortunate. Is the priest firing up there? No, the priest is firing somewhere in the middle. No, it's on cooldown. Okay, very brave M36 realizes I'm way too brave. And stops. Okay, VPs are looking a little more even, but still 224 for the Americans. We have another M36 being built. Very interesting choice. Going full-on glass cannons versus this Panther stuff. And the German, meanwhile, doesn't really have the resources to build another tank, so it's going to be a while before we see anything out of there. We do have a Vet 5 folks, and a Vet 4 folks, and a Vet 1 over 7. Nice use of booby traps, by the way, after almost killing the Major. Actually, basically killing the Major, because he got finished off on the retreat from the Panzer IV. Alright, both Jacksons are here. American players got to do some work with these. Claw their way back onto the map, get some more map control, and basically hunt down that Panther or that Panzer IV or both. Because Lord knows they're not going to do anything versus the infantry. It's kind of a weird choice, because often you'll want these things when your opponent's overextending, and like going deep into your lines, because then you can really fuck them up with a tank destroyer, because you shoot them as they're coming in and then you shoot them as they're leaving. But in this case, you got to expect the Panther is not going to pull that shit, because it doesn't really want to dive versus infantry, and so really you're only wondering about the Panzer IV doing some deep diving. And if it does, it's going to be supported by a Panther, and so maybe the Panther's going to be sniping your M36s while they shoot the Panzer IV. But I don't know. What's going on here? Okay, M36 charging in the middle. It's got sight. It's shooting. It's penetrating. Okay, they're both here now. Uh-oh, here's the Faust. And the Faust is away. Does not penetrate. And the United States doesn't give a fuck, because they can just repair with their crew. But we have a triple cap from the Germans, so... yeah, American player is gonna have trouble making things work. Look at these infantry! Oh my god, what is happening down here? Infantry support gun. Has 4 kills. Whew, that was really close. Does the infantry support gun get 4 kills out of 5 on that rifleman? Is that a really new infantry support gun? Somebody just died. I think this guy. Too bad. Here's the priest. 14 kills, yikes. Maybe I should pay a bit more attention to this guy. How many of those kills do you think are these fucking medics and these repair dudes?
A capture point is being overrun.
The priest not hitting anything is making up for that fucking opening salvo where it just nailed those 2 squads. Yeah, it's not hitting anything. There's nothing there to hit. Is that a new Raketten? Yep. Probably a good choice? I don't know. I feel like if you're Germans, you're worrying about the Americans popping out with some fucking Sherman or something, because you don't really know that, like, you figure kind of if they got 2 tank destroyers, probably they're, like, getting a Sherman at some point. They've got the fuel. Like, what kind of crazy person would blow their load on 2 tank destroyers when you've got so much infantry on the field? And Panzer IV and a Panther on the field, too. Really. Oh, squad almost goes down. That's the end of the mortar. From what? The infantry support gun? No, the Panzer IV. Man, American getting out by the skin of their teeth pretty often. Nice assault grenades, but too little, too late. Not enough to stop that onslaught. And yeah, here's the problem with the M36s. If you're the one on the defense rather than the offense, as they start to push forward, you know, glass cannons topple over and smash when you put some pressure on them. And the American player does not have a lot of map control. They're getting a bit down here, but still, that's like 1/4 of the map. I guess this 1 CP makes it look like it counts for a lot more, but whatever. Grenades? Yep. 6 kills on the captain, more than I was expecting. I don't understand how they got infiltrated. You're supposed to... Maybe infiltration grenades are not the ones that are when you get out of combat. I don't know, whatever. M5 mine completed where? Here, good. But now move. Always shift click after the mine. Do not stand around the mine as if summoning Beelzebub.
Tank support is here.
Okay, and here's a Sherman. So it actually did happen. The American player did grab the fuel out of nowhere, and now we have a Sherman, and the German player just taken up with that fuel. We had 210 in the bank. And ooh, do we have yeah, we have HE loaded. I guess the plan is the tank destroyers handle the tanks and the Sherman handles the infantry. Pretty bold. Pretty bold, especially considering AP is not the worst thing in the world against infantry. We'll see. American needs to put their rear into gear because they're at 95 VPs. That won't last forever if you're triple capped especially, but double capped is bad enough.
Sherman ready to go. We're losing a capture point.
Nice Raketten usage, pushing it pretty forward. Getting some damage on those M36s. Nice Faust. This could get really bad. Yeah, the main gun destroyed, so it's effectively useless. So now the German just has to... Where's the... Oh, what's happening here? They dropped a bazooka? This is... No, they didn't. Okay, that's an MG. Okay, I was saying the German needs to get the Panzer IV into the fight. Looks like it's happening. I think actually the American holds this. Not too much trouble, right? Yeah. So that was a good try by the Germans, but the Panzer IV was just not around there, and so there wasn't the critical mass needed to chase down and destroy the M36. And so ultimately the German gets, I think, nothing from that fight, because the American just repairs. Kind of unfortunate. It's going to take longer for the German to repair, really. Everybody gets vet, I guess, but... Interesting that the American has not recruited the mortar. Maybe they're just happy with the priest. 19 kills, 75 VPs. This is getting a little tight. Yeah, see, they're all repaired up. This thing's fine, Sherman's fine, everybody's fine. Another rear echelon squad. Pretty odd. Oh, and they grab a bar too, yikes. You just need some capping power, and if they run into a squad up here, it wants them to be able to fight them off maybe, or at least do some damage, inflict some vengeance. What are these guys set to hold fire? Fucking Jaeger infantry dudes. Oh boy, we're getting doing work. But the priest. Yeah, this is what you want the priest to do. Hit the Rakatans with a hit. Jwind, just follow it on Twitch. Thanks, Jwind, for stopping by and following. This is, so we have the triple cap. This is bad news bears for the Americans. They're going to stop it pretty soon because they got 2 of the caps going. But you don't want to play with fire when you're down with 60 VPs. Both players really scared to make any sort of crazy assaults because they're on the razor's edge here. The American player is obviously the one in the position of needing to make the assaults, but they've got all 3 VPs, so that's about as much as you need to push forward. German player needs to figure out which VPs to focus on and needs to get a plan to hold them. I don't know what exactly that looks like. The Raketenwerfer is kind of a pain to use because there is that priest that just bombards you every time. The Panther and Panzer IV are pretty straightforward to use, but you are always on a knife edge because a couple good M36 hits are gonna fuck you up. So how did this mine get detected? How did the American player detect the mine? Yeah, what power does the... I don't understand how the American player detected that mine. What does the American player have that does mine detection? Does the Vet 3 captain? I don't understand. I do not understand. Sandbags completed. We're 38 minutes in and we're still building sandbags. Give me a break. Oh boy. Howitzer barrage. To hold that point, yeah. Not a bad idea. That'll, once you get the north point, the bleeding... Echelons have sweeper. Oh, do they? It got covered up? Yeah. Yeah, they do. It got covered up by the bar because they picked up the bar, but... If only Relic had the technology to display more than one icon under a unit, but the technology just isn't there yet, folks. Thank you, Spoopy Blitz 6667 for following on Twitch. I like the name Spoopy Blitz 667 is a little extra, but I'll put up with it. Hey, look, it's King Tiger. Second time in a row. King Tiger's just come from fucking nowhere. So it looks like the Germans have got this. Unless the Panther shows its rear to the M36 and gets itself destroyed by the bazookas in the M36. In which case, we got ourselves a game. Did a plane just get shot down? I feel like every time I hear the engines sputtering up, it sounds like a plane getting shot down. Spoopy Blitz, are you play OKW Rainbow Six? That I'm so confused right now. Oh boy. Jesus. King Tiger does not enjoy being penetrated by a Jackson. Rainbow Six, are they OKW? I still don't understand. It's dead.
A medium tank was just lost.
Yeah, if the question is which are the two sides, it's OKW versus US. You can always tell it's OKW if you look at the minimap and you see a lot of these trucks set up. So like this truck, this truck, this truck, that's OKW. You can also look at the little icon down in the sort of right this part in the upper right of the player card. It shows you the team. That's the OKW icon. Sorry for the misspell. Rainbow Six is not a misspell. Rainbow Six is an entirely different video game franchise. It's two separate words. How do you misspell? Okay, so we'll just wait 20 minutes for the King Tiger to get repaired, which is not going to happen because the priest is fucking up these people. Holy shit. And then move in and cap some VPs a win. Nick RZ, Tycho dude, enjoy being penetrated by Jackson. Depends. I would probably sleep with Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know, he's pretty old. I'd have to think about it. He's like 70 or something. But he's a cool guy. Nice grenade. How many kills does this priest have? 26. Okay, that's definitely the Panther engine. That sounds like a plane being shot down. Okay, you knew that mine was there. Oof, that's the cost of not sweeping those mines with the rear echelons once you detect them. You'll forget they're there and end up driving over them. Nice shot from the Sherman. These guys fire again? They out of range? They're out of range. What's happening? Now's the Panzer IV's time to shine. These guys can Faust. Oh, these guys can Faust the M36 because this thing's fucking dead anyways. This could be GG. Folks going down, but still. Yeah, here we go. Faust here. Still doesn't snare. Really unlucky for the Germans this game. Not getting any snares on these M36 Jacksons with the Fausts. But it looks like that might be it. 2 Jacksons versus a King Tiger, a Panzer IV, and a Panther is going to be pretty tough to make it happen. Pretty tough. And the King Tiger's repaired, too. Everybody's worst nightmare. Man, that Jackson has some range on it. I don't even think this is max range, and it's still nailing it. Whoop, but the King Tiger knows where you are now. And these guys have a Faust. No, they don't. I take it back. Why did I say that? I was thinking they were the other people. Man, MG34 has still not been picked up. I would figure just like grab it on the captain fucking anyways, right? Does that up the chances that they'll drop a weapon if they're carrying more weapons? I feel like it doesn't matter too much because like if they drop the weapon, you can just pick it up again, right? Even if it's the bazooka. The reason I was saying you worry about dropping weapons is because obviously you don't want them to drop the bazooka. It's nice to have some handheld infantry AT at this point. The vetted Jackson is pretty dank though, says CoH. Spoopy Blitz says, King Tiger arrested Jackson, LOL. It's a match made in heaven. It's like peanut butter versus King Tiger. Oh boy, here's the Panther going fucking aggro. And it pays off. What? I love how the voice line just gets fucking cut off when it blows up. Like, did Relic not realize that that might obviate the need for a voice line in the first place? 25 VPs. Americans still fighting. They're capping the middle, capping the bottom. But, well, and another Jackson's being built. Okay, so they're still in it, especially because the priest is fucking falling on the King. Oh my god! That got him. Yeah, that's understatement. Jesus. The tanks are falling like flies. Cuts off because they blow up, says TychoCelchuuu. Yeah, it makes sense, but, like, it's also funny. Okay, this Raketten is about to win the game for the Germans. Mark my words. Yeah, look at that. That Raketten plus that Faust is about to win the game. Boom! Fucking dead. Rest in pepperoni. You have no chance to survive. Make your time. All your base are belong to us. That's the end. American is about to have a new... Man, it was out of control for a while. Had to be finished off. So the American does have another Jackson coming. But I think that's going to be too little too late. There's 16 VPs, 14 VPs. It's going to be a triple cap. This thing can't actually decrew But it's got fucking 50 cal. This always makes me laugh about the priest. It's got 50 cal on top that fucking owns face. Look, it's mowing these people down. And they can't do a goddamn thing. It's just hilarious to me. But yeah, this is VP's. The end. Wonderful game. 45 minutes long. Glad I watched it. I think Strimp Tiger Gaddafi suggested I should watch it. So even though I was planning on it anyways. Thank you, Strimp Tiger Gaddafi. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I believe I am done streaming for now. So I'm going to go find somebody to host if anybody is still streaming this godforsaken game in a 1v1 format. But if... oh, wait. I should stop recording for YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. Bye.